And good evening, Lacrosse fans, and welcome to this Tuesday night in the ECJLL female division as we get set for this game between the Dartmouth Bandits here and the hometown team and the visiting Halifax Hurricanes. Now, in case you missed it here, it was a pretty magical night here a couple nights ago as the Dartmouth Bandits picked up their first franchise win against the St. John Rapids, 8-1, in a really tight game that really exemplified a lot of grit and grind, whereas the Halifax Hurricanes were beaten by the Eastern Shore Breakers and look to bounce back here tonight and get back in the win column. So we will see who comes out of here with the 2 points as the Halifax Hurricanes win this opening draw. The ball's passed over there. Demands to recover. The number 26 recovering it for the Bandits, Lauren Delaney. But she is stripped. And number 17 for the Halifax Hurricanes picks it up, Ava Lorette. Lorette looking for somebody out front, but can't find it. As the ball's tipped right back by a Bandits defender back towards the Halifax Hurricanes zone. And the goalie will toss a pass there. It's picked off by Alina Gold. Gold with a couple of goals last game here. We have a 2-on-1. Aaliyah Larac with her, but just can't rein in the pass. But the Bandits recover the ball here. So Alina Gold picks it up again. Aaliyah Larac has been superb for the Bandits and was very, very good in the last game, scoring 5 goals and having 6 points on the night to help the Bandits secure their first ever franchise win. As the Halifax Hurricanes will bring the ball up here, it'll be number 13, Blythe Nagel. Nagel surveying her options up to the top of the floor. Nagel moves it off towards the corner here. As the ball's moved over to number 3, Quinn Bloombridge. Bloombridge surveying her options. As the ball's picked up there by number 8 for the Bandits. That will be Olivia Saunders. Sadie Beaton picks it up now. She dishes it off to Graciana Moore, but doesn't go. As the ball's picked up by number 27 for the Halifax Hurricanes now. Olivia Cormier. Sorry, Olivia Comer. Comer looking for Grace Allison, a very essential piece to the Halifax Hurricanes offense. As Allison dishing towards Ava Lorette, but doesn't go. This ball is still being fought for. And Allison picks up the ball with 8 to go left on their shot clock. Rips a shot, fires right off Faith Eastlip. A great save there by the Dartmouth Bandits goaltender. This ball's moved up to Grace Allison. Allison with some room, fires and blocked by the Dartmouth Bandits defender. The Halifax Hurricanes recover again here, an extended offensive set as Faith Eastlip saved an underhand rip out of the top from Olivia Comer. And now the Bandits bring the ball up, looking for Gracie Moore, but doesn't go. This ball still bouncing around, waiting to be picked up. It's picked up by the Halifax Hurricanes. The Hurricanes dish it up towards Ava Lorette. So that was Blythe Nagel giving chase. Nagel fighting in the corner as the ball's picked up by number 27. Down low, and it's a goal. Amara Bowers gets the Dartmouth Bandits on the board, and just like they did a couple nights ago, the Bandits strike first. Amara Bowers just powering her way towards the net here as she finds a hole down low on the Halifax Hurricanes goalkeeper. And the ball just trickles in. And just like that, the Bandits go up 1-0. As in the net tonight for the Halifax Hurricanes is not Greer Nagel, but Taylor Connors. Connors was a draft pick by the Eastern Shore Breakers and dished over to the Halifax Hurricanes in a trade. Also spent some time with the Mi'kmaq Warriors in the co-ed league of the male division. The co-ed side of the male division. Ball's still being fought for here, but picked up by number 12, Alina Gold. Gold dishing it off to Aaliyah Larac. Larac can't rein it in. And the ball's being picked up by the Hurricanes and brought back by number 13, Blythe Nagel. Nagel dishing it across here to Comer. Comer face dodges around number 8, Olivia Saunders, but being pressured there by Madison Brownrigg. Comer with it now. Moves it over to number 22 there, Josie Fournier. The ball moved up to Comer, fires an underhand rip, stopped by Faith Eastlip. Eastlip dishing it off to Lexi Joy. Joy being pressured there by number 9, Grace Allison. Allison checks Lexi Joy, but Joy escapes with the ball. Great effort there by Lexi Joy playing some transition for the Dartmouth Bandits. As the ball's moved over here to, I believe that was Leah Rose. He was stoned out front by Taylor Connors. A great save by Connors early on here. As number 12, so that was number 19 for the Bandits there. Addie Pooler, rather. So a couple new faces here for the Bandits in the A affiliate department. As the ball's moved over towards the corner for the Halifax Hurricanes. That moves over to number 3, Quinn Groombridge. Now over to the other side of the half wall, firing a shot and scoring. And just like that, the Halifax Hurricanes tie the game as number 2 fires a rip there. Alexis Soller, the former Bandit, getting one against her former team. As a beautiful outside shot, beating Faith Heaslip over the left shoulder. A beautiful sharp angle shot on the short side goes for the Halifax Hurricanes. Just like that, we have some early scoring, just like we saw last game against the St. John Rapids on Sunday. As we get set here, this ball's still being fought for. And it'll be Lauren Delaney coming up with it for the Bandits. Lauren Delaney has Aaliyah Larac and Alina Gold to her left. 2 right-handed shots. As Alexis Arsenault with it now, the third right-hander. Arsenault surveying her options, playing up to the top, giving it off to Lauren Delaney. Delaney surveying her options, looking to shoot. Has a pick set by Alina Gold. Lauren Delaney moving in, face dodging, and is wrapped up by the Halifax Hurricanes defenders. As the ball is still being fought for, but picked up by number 13, Blythe Nagel. As she moves in here, Blythe Nagel in on the crease, fires, save made, Faith Heaslip. Great save by Faith Heaslip on that drive from Blythe Nagel. As Nagel playing some great offensive pressure here and winning the ball right back. And she dishes off to number 17, who fires a rip. Save there on Ava Lorette. As Grace Allison fires a rip. And that one's lost in the gear of Faith Heaslip, but nonetheless staying out of the net. But a great effort there by Grace Allison. Allison was inactive here during the last game that the Halifax Hurricanes played here. And she has been an essential part, especially in their run to the championship a couple years ago. As Ava Lorette with it now. Lorette dishing it off to number 3 there. He fires a rip. That was Groombridge just missing the target oh so briefly. As Colmer dishing it across to Ava Lorette. Lorette down to Groombridge. Groombridge pressured there by Amara Bowers. A great hit there by the Dartmouth Bandits defender. But Ava Lorette powers away to the front, firing. But just running through the crease there was number 17 in white. But nonetheless, a great effort there and a beautiful hit by Amara Bowers, the most recent goal scorer for the Dartmouth Bandits. As here comes Addie Pooler, sorry. A couple mix-ups in the name here. The ball's moved up to number 77, Molly Singer. Singer firing a rip, and a great save by Taylor Connors. Looked like that one may have fooled her a little bit, but she keeps it out nonetheless. This ball is picked up by Alexis Arsenault. Arsenault being pressured there by Groombridge. Arsenault firing a rip, save made by, and another chance here, just missing the mark there, was number 19, Addie Pooler. That's the ball here. Lauren Delaney firing a rip. Great save by Taylor Connors. Connors being pressured here early. And a hit there. Great effort by the Bandits to get the ball back, but the Halifax Hurricanes regain possession. As the ball's picked right back up by the Dartmouth Bandits. Here comes Lexi Joy moving in. Joy coming out the defensive door here. Looking to play some transition here tonight. As Alina Gold with it now. Gold moving across the top, dishing over to Aaliyah Larac. Larac coming through, fires, save made, Taylor Connors. Great save in tight by the Halifax Hurricanes goalkeeper. And this ball will be picked up here by the Halifax Hurricanes. It'll be number 11 bringing it up for us, Jamie Smith. Sorry, that was Ava Lorette here. Lorette firing a rip off the post was Ava Lorette. So close to making this game 2-1, but Aaliyah Larac chasing the loose ball down. As she will get a fresh reset deep in the Halifax Hurricanes' end. As Olivia Comer gives chase to her behind the net. Aaliyah Larac just taking a bunch of checks, waiting for her offensive set. Waits for the pick. Great pick set there by Molly Singer. but it will be a moving screen called by the official. And we will go Halifax Hurricanes ball. As the Hurricanes move it up here, as number 22 will come out with it, Josie Fournier. Fournier had a couple goals here last time. The Halifax Hurricanes were in town. As Comer with it now. Comer elects to shoot, fires a bouncer, scores! And Olivia Comer with an outside underhand rip, low to high, goes for a goal. And a very awkward defensive set here as they only had 4 players on the floor. But Comer looking at her options and just elects to fire a bouncer, and it beats Faith Heaslip on the short side again. Just like that, the Halifax Hurricanes go up 2-1. So both these teams neck and neck in the standings, both tied with 2 points, 1 win on the season, 6 losses. As Lauren Delaney will come out of it. As time starts to wind down here in the season. Lots of teams battling for that last playoff spot in the semifinals. As Lauren Delaney with it now. Delaney darting towards the net, fires, and scores! Lauren Delaney, and she evaporates the Halifax Hurricanes lead just like that. And a great dash there from number 26. He didn't see any floor time last game, was out of the lineup. But nonetheless, making her mark here as she face dodges her defender there. That would be number 10 for the Halifax Hurricanes, Sophie Maunder. And just like that, she beats Taylor Connors clean down low. Just like that, it is 2-2. As Aaliyah Larac will set up for the face-off here against the Halifax Hurricanes, who we can't see a number 4 yet here. And they still battle out for it. On the draw there was number 6, Jillian Hope. As Aaliyah Larac with it now. Larac still waiting to make her mark on the score sheet here tonight. Ball's moved down to Alina Gold. Gold had 2 bouncers, sharp angle shots last game go for against the St. John Rapids. But Alina Gold working around the outside. Gold dashing towards the crease, fires another sharp angle, but this time can't beat the goaltender as Taylor Connors had her number. But Connors elects to fire it down towards the empty end. And the Halifax Hurricanes will try to get to it first, but Faith Heaslip regaining possession for the Dartmouth Bandits. But an errant pass goes wide. But nonetheless, Dartmouth Bandits escape with the ball as Lexi Joy will bring it up. Joy face dodging her defender there. Moving it off, and we'll go off her change here. Moving it off to Gracie Moore. Moore around the outside. Great pick set by Molly Singer there. But Gracie Moore being pressured there by Sophie Maunders. She fires her up towards the goal looking for a reset, but doesn't go. And here comes Blythe Nagel. Nagel already with 1 in the game here. Nagel working on Addie Cooler. Nagel moves it across there. As well as move it over to Jamie Smith. Josie Fournier, rather. Fournier loses the ball to Amara Bowers. Here comes Bowers, the A affiliate player for the Dartmouth Bandits, powering in. Here comes Bowers. She dishes an underhand rip. Great effort there to try and get a quick shot off, but doesn't go as it goes miles into the corner. The ball's brought right back up here by Ava Lorette. Lorette waiting for her options to come on here. As Olivia Comer joins her on the left side. The ball's dished up to number 3 there, Quinn Greenbridge. But Grace Allison with it now. Allison, very dangerous player on the outside. Grace Allison moving around, spinning, firing a rip towards the far side. Doesn't go, but a very close call there. As the shot clock will expire on the Halifax Hurricanes. But with 9:14 left to go here, we will take our first media break. But nonetheless, the game is tied here at 2. welcome back here to this game in the ECJLL female division between the Dartmouth Bandits and the Halifax Hurricanes. In case you missed it, this game is still knotted up at 2, with both goals coming in the first half of this period here and the first part of this game. Aaliyah Larac will start us off, giving it off to Alexis Arsenault on the left side. And a dish out front here, but stepping in the crease there was Addie Pooler. Nonetheless, great vision there from Alexis Arsenault to find that pass out front. As ball's moved up to Ava Lorette. Lorette surveying her offense, going to wait for her teammates to join her on the offensive set. Moving it across the floor there to number 15, Callie Williams, an affiliate player. Moving over to Josie Fournier, who rips it, but blocked by the Dartmouth Bandits defender. Callie Williams picks it up, fishing off to number 16, Gemma Rayfuse. Rayfuse runs out of real estate on the shot clock, and we'll have to give it off to Dartmouth Bandits player number 66, Molly DeBay. DeBay dishing a pass over Grace Allison, but the Bandits fail to recover the ball. As the Halifax Hurricanes will pick it up now. It'll be number 10, Sophie Monders. Monders dishing it off to her teammate coming off the bench here. Dishing it over to Grace Allison, but can't find the handle there, but Allison regains possession. Allison down low and scores! Grace Allison! And she puts her first away against the Bandits this year. A great strike there from number 9, the assistant captain for the Halifax Hurricanes. She loses possession first off, but refines it and strikes in, firing a low bouncer to beat Faith Easlip down low. Short angle shots go for both sides here tonight and in previous games against the St. John Rapids. As number 26, Lauren Delaney, will take the draw for us here. And it'll be number 13, Blythe Nadel for the Halifax Hurricanes. As the ball will be goosed back to the Dartmouth Bandits end and picked up by Lexi Joy. Joy shaking off her defender, Olivia Comer. Joy being shadowed there by Comer. She is being pressured there by 2 Halifax Hurricanes. Lexi Joy looking to pass it off to her teammate, Alexis Arsenault. Arsenault looking to strike back here. Arsenault has been very good here as well, having a couple assists on the air and a couple of goals from the outside. As Leah Larac here up front, stopped by Taylor Connors. Great save there in tight on Aaliyah Larac. As Addie Pooler with it now, dishing it down towards number 6 there for the Bandits. It'll be Natalie Black, another affiliate player. The ball moved over to Aaliyah Larac. Larac with it now being pressured there by Comer. Larac towards the front, fires, and a great shot, but even better save from Taylor Connors. As the ball goes out of play, we'll go Dartmouth Bandits ball as it hit the goalie going out. And Addie Pooler looking up front. Another similar play, looking for Leah Larac out front this time. But Lauren Delaney picks it up here. Delaney swim moves around Olivia Comer. Face dodging another one. Here comes Lauren Delaney, fires, and a shot almost trickles in. But Taylor Connors coming up huge again, keeping this game at 3-2. As the Hurricanes will start up here, it'll be Josie Fournier getting the pass. Fournier trying to move around Sadie Beaton. Fournier has a pick set there by Ava Lorette. The ball moved over towards number 2 for the Halifax Hurricanes. Would be Alexis Soller, who already has a goal here tonight against her former team, as she was sent over to the Halifax Hurricanes in that trade for Alina Gold. As Addie Pooler with it now. Pooler has a pick set by Gracie Moore. Pooler in some trouble here, but comes out of it, fires a rip, and stopped by Taylor Connors. Should be mentioned, Addie Pooler scored her first goal against in her ECJLL career here against the St. John Rapids not too long ago. As Ava Lorette with it now. Lorette moving it over to Grace Allison. Allison face dodging, looking to shoot, but dishing it down to number 3, Groombridge. Groombridge fires a sharp angle shot. We've seen those shots go so far in this season. As here's a shot by Ava Lorette. Sorry, that was Olivia Comer. Another underhand rip. Looking to strike again, just like she did not so long ago. But Amara Bowers looking to get by Grace Allison. Amara Bowers coming in, and she is checked down. And Grace Allison playing some very rigorous defending here against Amara Bowers. But She dishes a pass up to Blythe Nagel. Nagel in here, fires, and missing the net, and up and out of play was that one. But a great effort there by Grace Allison to get that ball to her teammate up the floor. As ball's moved over to Lauren Delaney, who can't recover the pass here. Delaney here, dishing the ball, but can't beat the 10 seconds on the shot clock. On the referee's count, rather. As the ball will be picked up by number 15 for the Halifax Hurricanes. Callie Williams, affiliate player as well. Moved over to Grace Allison. Allison over to Ava Lorette. Doesn't go here. Both assistant captains on the right side to Faith Heaslip. As Ava Lorette here, moving around the top. Moves over to Grace Allison, who fires a rip. Looking short side, down low, doesn't go. And a back over call coming here to the Halifax Hurricanes. So we'll go Dartmouth Bandits ball. So this game has been very back and forth. And Gracie Moore with it now. She started towards the net, had a clear lane, but was very confused on the referee's decision there to let her go so early. But here comes Blythe Nagel. Nagel fires a rip, save made, Faith Heaslip. Great save there as Rory McInnes will start up here. Rory has been very good on the defensive side of the ball there, especially playing some hard defense last game to shut out the St. John Rapids on the defensive side in the third period. As number 10 moves it up there for the Dartmouth Bandits. That was Zoe Fisher, but Leah Larac with it now. Larac firing short side, nicked Taylor Connors going through, so a fresh 30 here for the Dartmouth Bandits. As Addie Pooler dishing it down, looking for Leah Larac, picked off by Taylor Connors. He fires a rip down the floor over a goalie-to-goalie pass there. As Faith Heaslip dishing down on her return there. Dishing it down to Aaliyah Larac, who's down low. Larac dishing towards the net, fires, scores! Aaliyah Larac adding more and more to her tally this year. She has her first of the night. Hopefully the first of many. As she was all alone down on Taylor Connors. As the Halifax Hurricanes defense gets on her, but she just burns around her defender. Gets towards the net and beats Taylor Connors down low again on the far side. Just like that, this game is knotted up at 3. So, Aaliyah Larac coming up huge here in the moments where it matters most, especially last game, as she will take the draw against Blythe Nagel. Both these players have battled in the past on the face-off draw, but this one goes the way of the Halifax Hurricanes. Moved over to Ava Lorette. Lorette firing an underhand rip, looking to go underneath of Lexi Joy, but blocked there by the shin of the assistant captain. Ava Lorette moving in on Lexi Joy, who fires a rip. And nonetheless, Faith Heaslip coming up huge again for her team. As Aaliyah Larac with it now. Larac moving it up to Addie Pooler. Addie Pooler working in here. Addie Pooler trying to get to the front of the net. Stoned by by Blythe Nagel. Here comes Alexis Arsenault. Arsenault looking to try her hand, but Blythe Nagel just keeping all the Bandits out. As Alexis Arsenault fires a rip down low, stopped by Taylor Connors. As ball be brought up by number 10, Sophie Monders. Monders here looking to hand it off and gives it off to Grace Allison, who misses it, and will go off to Josie Fournier. Fournier moving it across the floor to number, can't see number there, number 22. There, Grace Allison fires a rip up and out of play. But number 22 for the Halifax Hurricanes would be Josie Fournier. That was number 2, sorry, Alexis Sala she moved it off to. So very hard to know the name of Alexis Sala when she's not wearing blue. But nonetheless, has been very good for the Halifax Hurricanes this year. The ball's dished off here to Lauren Delaney. Delaney looking to cut in here. Delaney takes a stick up high, but as we play on. But Lauren Delaney in, fires a rip down low. Almost beat Taylor Connors, but just missing the mark there briefly. As the ball will roll right back down into the Dartmouth Bandits end. And with 1:47 left to go, we will go Halifax Hurricanes ball. As Ava Lorette will start us off in the corner here. Lorette being shouted there by Lexi Joy. Lorette around the outside. Moving it over to number 15 there, Callie Williams. Williams being pressured, gives it off to number 16 there, Gemma Rayfuse. Rayfuse dropping it. She's pressured by Sadie Beaton. Some very rigorous defending here with 10 to go in the shot clock. And the ball will be broken up by Olivia Saunders. Saunders trying to give chase here. And Saunders still looking for it. Doesn't go for it though, as the ball will be picked up by the Halifax Hurricanes and brought right back up. It will be number 13, Blythe Nagel. Nagel surveying her options here. Nagel down the floor. Number 3, Drew Bridge, who fires a sharp angle shot, doesn't go. And Molly DeBay threw a hit there, stopped for a minute. She thought. And Lexi Joy bringing it up now. She is hit hard by Blythe Nagel, but Aaliyah Larac picks it up. Aaliyah Larac in, fires, scores! Aaliyah Larac, and her chase to her next hat trick starts now. She has her second back-to-back, and she puts the Bandits up 4-3. A great effort there by Lexi Joy to try and get up the floor, and Aaliyah Larac does the rest, fighting off a check from Grace Allison and beats Taylor Connors on the short side down low. Lots and lots and lots of efforts here and drives to the net to beat the goaltenders down low, going for both sides. Lauren Delaney will take the draw here against Blythe Nagel. We have an illegal procedure. We're going too early on the Dartmouth Bandits, so we'll go Halifax Hurricanes ball as number 22 for the Halifax Hurricanes. Josie Fournier has it. But the ball's picked up there by number 8, Olivia Saunders. Saunders throws it down the floor, and the Halifax Hurricanes defender will pick it up, dish it off to Ava Lorette. Lorette moving in here with 17 seconds to go, and a shot off, stopped by Faith Heaslip. Nothing new for Faith Heaslip. This ball's picked up here by Ava Lorette, dished across, and a shot by Comer doesn't go. It's blocked there by a Bandit. It's Grace Allison with it now, fires a rip, and that one just goes wide, but the Dartmouth Bandits will take a lead going into the second period on some very back and forth action as the Hurricanes grab the lead briefly, but the Dartmouth Bandits respond in kind as we will be right back for some second period of action in the ECJLL Female Division. shot called inside. That guy's going to throw me out. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to some Tuesday night action here in the ECJLL female division between the Halifax Hurricanes and the hometown Dartmouth Bandits. In case you missed the first period, it was pretty back and forth action here between both sides, but the Bandits coming out on top with the 4-3 lead here late in the second period, or in the first period rather. As we will see if the Halifax Hurricanes can climb back and stifle the Bandits offense, or if the Bandits can keep rolling and get their second ever win. As the ball is won back here and picked up by the Halifax Hurricanes. Ava Lorette with it now. Lorette and Blythe Nagel taking a spill there on these floors. Again, we've seen this all too much before, as the Shearwater pavement floors are not forgiving. Josie Fournier with it now, as she dropped it. Ava Lorette picks it up. Move over to number 16 there for the Halifax Hurricanes, Gemma Rayfuse. But back over to Josie Fournier. As we heard something about Ray Bohr coming over the intercom there. Wonder if that was the 50-50 or just some useless information coming from the guy running the music. As the ball is brought up here by the Dartmouth Bandits, it'll be passed over as Addie Pooler out front, stoned there by Taylor Connors. Taylor Connors coming up huge here early on in the second. And Addie Pooler finds the ball again. Addie Pooler has been very good here the last couple of games with the Dartmouth Bandits. But the ball will be picked up by Blythe Nagel, who spins around Olivia Saunders. Blythe Nagel, it fires off the post. Was Blythe Nagel so close? As Taylor Connors will dish the ball right back up to Groombridge. The ball is still bouncing around here, but picked up by Blythe Nagel. Nagel coming oh so close to tying the game right there. Nagel moves it across to Olivia Comer, who already has one in the game here tonight. Comer with a very dangerous underhand shot, but Grace Allison now with it. Allison face dodging here, but Ava Lorette with it now. As Grace Allison sets a pick for her, but moved down to Groombridge. Groombridge can't find the handle on it. And the ball will be chased around by the Bandits as the Halifax Hurricane shot clock expires. Alexi Joy picks it up, but is pinned against the wall there by Olivia Comer. And the 10-second expires on the Bandits, so we will go Halifax Hurricanes ball. That has been a theme here, as lots of teams still struggling to try and get the ball up before that 10-second shot clock. So the 10-second expires there. As shot by number 2 there, Alexa Soller, who already has one against her former team here tonight, doesn't go. As Faith Eastlet answers the call. Olivia Comer with it now, fires an underhand rip just wide. But picked up by Grace Allison, who's going to try her hand. Dishing off to Josie Fournier. But Grace Allison now, spin dodging, trying to get towards the front, doesn't go. But it'll be number 16, Gemma Rayfuse, picking it up, giving it to Grace Allison, doesn't go there. As a pass across intended for Grace Allison again. A skip pass doesn't go, and we'll go Dartmouth Bandits ball on the over and back. As it'll be Lauren Delaney starting us up here. Delaney had the second goal here tonight, giving it off to Addie Pooler. Pooler over to Aaliyah Larac. Aaliyah Larac moving it across there to Gracie Moore. Moore firing a rip down low. Save made by Taylor Connors. As Sophie Monder picks up the ball here. The ball's picked up now by the Dartmouth Bandits. And a fresh 30 here coming for the Bandits on the offensive side. Lauren Delaney elects to fire a shot. Blocked there by Olivia Comer. Picked the ball right back up. Addie Pooler with it now. Pooler dishing down to Aaliyah Larac. Larac up to Pooler again. He fires a rip. Addie Pooler stopped by Taylor Connors. And Taylor Connors has the ball lost in her gear there. But the Halifax Hurricanes will start us off here as Olivia Comer brings it up. Comer moving it across the floor there, as we can't see a number on these jerseys. To number 17, Ava Lorette. Lorette moving it off to Callie Williams. Now across to Josie Fournier. Fournier down towards the crease behind the net. Looking for a skip up top. Looking for Callie Williams. Doesn't go. But Sadie Beaton gives chase here. Beaton. As here comes Rory McInnes. Looking to try and get the ball back. As Sadie Beaton will pick it off here and start us up. Sadie Beaton looking across, trying to feather one right through to Aaliyah Larac. Great effort there. But here come the Halifax Hurricanes. Blythe Nagel in. Nagel fires. Stopped by Faith Heaslip. And just like that, the Dartmouth Bandits will go right back on the offense. They're on the power play here. As an illegal substitution call coming to the Halifax Hurricanes, if I'm not mistaken. Or will it be? And it looks like, yes indeed, the Dartmouth Bandits will go up and have the first crack on the power play here tonight. See if they can extend their lead past 4. As veteran official Braden Coleman-Sad, head of the Metro signing here for the officials in the Metro area. As he will start us off, wearing the big 7-0 for the referees. As they do not miss a beat coming off that bench. New rule this year, you have to have both feet in the change box in order to not get called for an illegal substitution call. But Gracie Moore playing catch there with Lena Gold up towards the top. Ditching it off to Alila Rag, who fires a rip. Blocked there. The ball's picked up by Blythe Nagel. Nagel has a second try here on the breakaway. Here comes Nagel. Fire, save made by Faith Heaslip. She answers the call twice, back to back on Blythe Nagel. As Lauren Delaney brings it in here. Lauren Delaney still with it. Delaney moves it across to Alina Gold. Gold down to Aaliyah Larac, who sets up behind the net. Aaliyah Larac up to Gracie Moore. Blocked there by the Halifax Hurricanes defense, as they elect to bat it out of the zone. A great play there by and a heads-up play by the Halifax Hurricanes, as it'll run down the Dartmouth Bandits shot clock there. And a 10-second violation coming up to the Dartmouth Bandits, so we will go Halifax Hurricanes ball, as the officials call a reset on that hit down the floor there. As Grace Allison with it now up at the top. Allison is killing off this penalty as she is double teamed. Swim moves around. Here comes Allison. Allison firing a shot on goal, stopped by Faith Heaslip, and she gets the reset. As Sadie Beaton is chasing a hefty slash there to number 9 on Sadie Beaton. As Grace Allison plays a very rigorous game here. Big pressure there by Lexi Joy. Grace Allison, a very good player indeed. As we have mentioned, has been a very integral part of the Halifax Hurricanes female junior team here in previous years. As she is pressured there now by Sadie Beaton and Lexi Joy. Grace Allison. And the penalty expires. There's some great penalty killing from the assistant captain on the Halifax Hurricanes, as they cannot pry the ball free. And she will successfully kill off her shot clock and the Halifax Hurricanes illegal substitution penalty. This ball is now with number 66, Molly DeBay. DeBay giving it off to number 6, Natalie Black. Black with it still up at the top. Moving across, gives it off to Gracie Moore. Moore dishing it over to Alexis Arsenault. Arsenault around the top. Arsenault face dodging. Arsenault in, fires a shot, and was tipped. As her stick was checked there as the shot was she was trying to shoot, and goes out of play. But Blythe Nagel will bring it up for us here. Nagel giving it to a teammate off the bench there. Is the number 2, Alexis Soller. The ball now with Olivia Comer. Comer looking to see if they can tie it up here on the offensive set with 9 seconds to go left in the shot clock. Comer fires an underhand rip. Stop made by Faith Heaslip, but dribbling, and they keep it out. Great effort there by the defense on the Dartmouth Bandits. And the ladies in blue come up with the ball as Lexi Joy with some wheels here. She has a step. Lexi Joy has Sophie Monders to beat, but she elects to wait for her offensive set to come out here. And Lexi Joy blocked there by number 6 on the Halifax Hurricanes, Jillian Hope, as it goes out of play, and we'll go Dartmouth Bandits ball. The ball still picked up by Alina Gold. Gold in here. Gold fires a rip off the crossbar. What a shot there from Alina Gold. Has been known for that bouncer. As we saw last game, she beat the St. John Rapids goaltender twice on the bounces, but a quick stick here out front, and Gracie Moore almost bounced that one just herself, but couldn't go, as Taylor Connors had her number. Sophie Monders will bring up the ball, now being pressured there by Leah Larac. Larac pressures her right into the half wall. As Monders one-hands it over to Grace Allison. Grace Allison burns around Rory McInnes. Grace Allison across the floor, shot there by Alexis Soller, doesn't go. And the ball is going to be picked up here by Leah Larac. Larac has one person to beat, she's going to steamroll to the front of the net. Leah Larac fires, save made Taylor Connors. A great save there by number 72 and goal for the Halifax Hurricanes. As here come the Halifax Hurricanes now on the offense. Blythe Angel with it. Angel hitting her teammate off the bench. Ava Lorette. Lorette looking for Olivia Comer, doesn't go. And Faith Heaslip will recover the ball for the Bandits. As the ball missed there by Olivia Saunders. And Olivia Comer will pick up the ball here. Comer now with it. Comer still with it, bringing it in. On the top, being pressured by Sadie Beaton. A couple hefty slashes from number 88 on the Bandits. Dishing off to Grace Allison. Allison burns around Amara Bowers. What a great defensive effort there. Amara Bowers pushing her to the floor. And we have a penalty coming up to the Dartmouth Bandits. An illegal cross-check for hitting Grace Allison on the ground. Something you cannot do. And just like that, it will be Sadie Beaton going off, as some very interesting choices of sounds being played there by the sound person. Looking like it was targeted at Braden Coleman Sad, but all in good fun. As number 22, Josie Fournier, will start us off here. Giving it off to Grace Allison. Now down to the corner here. Now up to Grace Allison. Over to Josie Fournier. Fournier dishing it down to Ava Lorette. Doesn't go. Ava Lorette still battling with it now with 10 to go on the shot clock. But some great effort there by Olivia Saunders to try and get that ball back. But Lara Bowers giving Grace Allison some pressure, but Allison driving towards the front of the net. And a shot here by number 2, Alexis Soller, doesn't go. Faith Heaslip and the Bandits defense coming up huge on that play. But Lexi Joy coming up with it now as she burns around the Halifax Hurricanes offense and down towards the half wall. Lexi Joy being pressured there on all fronts by the Halifax Hurricanes defense. As she is stripped of the ball. Still has it somehow, but her stick goes out of play. And we will stop here as we have reached the 10-minute mark, and we'll stop for our second media delay. But nonetheless, the Bandits stringing on to a 4-3 lead here, as we will come back right after this quick break. And welcome back for the second half of the second period here between the Halifax Hurricanes and the hometown Dartmouth Bandits. As it'll be the Halifax Hurricanes starting us off here. It'll be Josie Fournier dishing off to Olivia Comer. Comer down low there. to Ava Lorette, back up to Josie Fournier. Still on the penalty kill here are the Bandits. As a pass down there towards, looks like Ava Lorette. Doesn't go. Dishing it off to Grace Allison now. Allison down low to Josie Fournier, reaches around. What a beautiful goal, reaching around Faith Heaslip. And just like that, they tie the game on the power play. As Josie Fournier starts the play off and cuts down low, getting behind the Bandits defense. And Grace Allison with some eyes down low, just giving a nice little dump pass. And Fournier does the rest, beating Faith Heaslip down low. Faking, going around to the far side, dishing it down under the leg guards. As it'll be Blythe Nagel starting us off here against Lauren Delaney. As these two have battled it out all night, as well as Aaliyah Larac. As the ball is goosed down towards the corner, picked up by Sadie Beaton. Beaton dishing a pass up to Aaliyah Larac. Larac looking for her hat trick here tonight. Dishes it off to Lauren Delaney. Delaney with it now, already has one. Dishing it off to Addie Cooler coming off the bench, but picked off by Blythe Nagel. Nagel working on Lauren Delaney, but doesn't go. Lauren Delaney breaks up the 2-on-1 by herself and picks up the ball as we have a 4-on-1 developing here on the Halifax Hurricanes, but the defense quickly catching up as Lauren Delaney now dishing it off to Alexis Arsenault. Arsenault across to Gracie Moore. Over to Aaliyah Larac, who fires down low. Where is it? And it stays out. Taylor Connors keeping the ball out as she hears some loud cheers coming from the. And a check up high there, doesn't go. And a shot there by Groombridge doesn't go either there on Faith Heaslip as Callie Williams picks it up. She's pressured there by Sadie Beaton. Beaton picks up for the Bandits and starts up. But she is checked there by Callie Williams. Williams doing some great work here for the Halifax Hurricanes. The ball dished up to Molly DeBay, and they won't get it up before the 10-second expires. And we will go Halifax Hurricanes ball as Grace Allison will pick it up on her offside here. Allison moving across the top, going back over to her strong side. Allison dishing across, looking to shoot, dishing across there to number 2, Alexis Soller. Skip pass over to Grace Allison, fires an underhand rip, doesn't go. Allison down low there, looking for Ava Lorette. A great eyes there, try and find her offensive teammate down low. As the Halifax Hurricanes get a fresh 30 here. It's Grace Allison with it now. Allison face dodges. She elects to go right back out, but swim move, great move there by Grace Allison. Fires a shot, bouncer doesn't go. And deflected off of the Dartmouth Bandits defender and up and out of play. So we'll go Halifax Hurricanes ball for another 30. As the ball's dished down and back up towards Olivia Comer. Comer fires an underhand rip, trying to catch Faith Heaslip sleeping. Doesn't go. Faith Heaslip dishes it off, looking for Sadie Beaton. But all the Halifax Hurricanes pressuring the Bandits defense on that pass from the goaltender. As Comer dishes a pass all the way down, looking for Grace Allison. As the ball rebounds back up to Ava Lorette. Lorette there, fires a rip down low. Hits the goaltender. So a fresh 30 here, coming to whoever picks up the ball. Grace Allison will settle the ball down, trying to deuce it to herself. And she falls back. And a back overcall charged to the Halifax Hurricanes, and Alexi Joy will start us off here. Joy has Gracie Moore coming off the bench. And the all-dangerous Aaliyah Larac. Ball's moved down to Aaliyah Larac. Larac moving it over to Gracie Moore, but doesn't go there. Lauren Delaney fights for it now. Delaney fighting for it against number 11, Jamie Smith. 8 to go left in the shot clock. Delaney out front, looking short side, had an open lane there, but just missing the mark there briefly. She rolls the ball down low. It'll be Blythe Nagel starting us up. Nagel being pressured by Grace Moore and dishing it off towards her bench. Josie Fournier, the most recent goal scorer, picks it up. Josie Fournier looking for another one, doesn't go. As Aaliyah Larac will start up. Aaliyah Larac, all her. As Aaliyah Larac behind the defense, stops up. And a stop made by Taylor Connors as she denies number 14 the hat trick. But behind the play is Blythe Nagel. Nagel fires just wide. Some end-to-end action as Addie Pooler comes up with it now. Here comes Addie Pooler. Pooler being shadowed there by Blythe Nagel. Nagel trying to pop the stick out. And here comes Natalie Black, who fires a rip. Save made Taylor Connors. As well as moved up to Blythe Nagel. Can't rein in the pass. She moves it up to Olivia Comer. Comer still trying to pick up the ball and pressured there by Sadie Beaton. And Comer's run into the boards there by Lexi Joy. Have a loose ball push. Or a moving screen on the Bandits as number 88 Sadie Beaton drove Olivia Comer into the boards without the ball. The ball moved up to Alexis Soller. Soller across the floor to Grace Allison. Allison up to Callie Williams, playing quarterback on this offensive set. Back over to Alexis Soller. Soller in the middle to Ava Lorette and blocked there as she had her stick tied up. But a great shovel pass to Grace Allison, looking to fire off the rip in the shooter's side. Allison firing a rip just wide. And the ball still being fought for, but Lexi Joy comes out with it. Lexi Joy has some wheels here. Lexi Joy coming up with it. Here comes Lexi Joy firing. Scores! Number 76 gets on the board in transition. And just like that, she puts the Bandits right back out front. A great effort there by the assistant captain. Dashing past Olivia Comer and just turning on the Jets. As Lexi Joy powers her way to the front. She only has Taylor Connors left to beat and feathers it over the left-hand shoulder of number 72 in goal for the Halifax Hurricanes. And putting the Bandits up 5-4. With 4:36 left to go, the Bandits retake the lead. As Lauren Delaney fighting with Blythe Nagel now in the face-off draw. As Delaney looking to pick it up, she still gives chase. Lauren Delaney battling hard for that ball between three Hurricanes, but eventually. And a moving screen from number 72 there as Taylor Connors came out of her net, way out of her net to set that pick. And fortunately, you have to set the pick while keeping 2 feet planted. As Lauren Delaney will pick up the ball here for the Dartmouth Bandits. Here comes Lauren Delaney. Delaney fires an underhand rip, stopped by Taylor Connors. Great save by number 72 in white. As Taylor Connors dishing it, looking for Blythe Nagel, but just dishing it down the floor. As Aaliyah Larac is all the way behind the defense. Here's Aaliyah Larac looking to get her hat trick. Fires, save made, Taylor Connors. Great stop there by number 72 in white. As Aaliyah Larac will start us off here as the ball went out of play. Dishing it across there to Lee Singer off the leg guard again of Taylor Connors. As Blythe Nagel looking to dish it over. A Hail Mary pass doesn't go. And it goes all the way down towards the Bandits' Faith Heaslip. Heaslip dishing it over everybody towards Molly DeBay as it finds its way past Molly DeBay down towards Blythe Nagel. Nagel being pressured there by DeBay, but she eventually comes out with it. And here comes Blythe Nagel. Nagel has been excellent here tonight in the face-off draw for the Halifax Hurricanes, winning most of the draws so far. This ball's dished out to Groombridge, who fires a sharp angle shot looking to beat Faith Heaslip. Doesn't go. Ball's picked up by number 10 for the Dartmouth Bandits there, Zoe Fisher. But she loses the ball, and the Halifax Hurricanes will pick right back up with the number 16, Gemma Rayfuse. Rayfuse dishing it off to Josie Fournier. Fournier surveys her options, dishes a skip pass over the behind the net, back up to number 6 there. As back over to Fournier, who fires a rip, blocked there by Rory McInnes. Great effort there on the defensive side. So Mara Bowers picks it up. Mara Bowers, one hand on her stick, powers her way through. And here comes Amara Bowers. Amara Bowers in, fires, save made. Taylor Connors. As Amara Bowers only had number 6, Jillian Hope to beat. And now the ball's picked up by number 8 on the Hurricanes there. It would be a no-name number here. We don't have her number on the game sheet so far. As the ball's stripped loose there by the Dartmouth Bandits. And number 26 will start us off here, Abigail Mine, or Mill. as the ball moves over to Olivia Comer, who fires that deadly underhand shot that doesn't go. As Ava Lorette picks it up, and a fresh 30 here for the Halifax Hurricanes on the O. As Ava Lorette dishing off to Olivia Comer. Comer across the floor there to by Callie Williams. Moving it across there to Grace Allison. Allison face dodges. Allison fires, scores! Grace Allison ties the game and gets her second. A great bouncer to beat Faith Heaslip, as she burns her defender right off the get-go. As Madison Brownrake gives chase, comes out just a little bit too far, and Grace Allison does the rest, firing a bouncer, beating Faith Heaslip over the left arm. Just like that, we are knotted at 5 with a minute 21 left to go in the second period. As Blythe Nagel and Lauren Delaney will battle it out once again, but Blythe Nagel again coming out with the draw. As draws win games, as we've seen in this last game against the Halifax Hurricanes and Dartmouth Bandits. A third period comeback sealing the deal for the ladies in white. The ball's moved over to Grace Allison looking for her hat trick. Allison being pressured there by Lexi Joy, the exclusive goal scorer. Lexi Joy strips her once. Can she do it twice? As Grace Allison fires a shot looking for a reset. Picked up there by Lauren Delaney. Lauren Delaney has nobody in front of her. Here comes Lauren Delaney. Delaney in here, dishing across to Gracie Moore. Twister doesn't go. A great effort there from number 44 to try and get that to the far side. But Lauren Delaney with it now. But she is stripped. The ball's still being fought first. Natalie Black comes up with it, a fresh 30 here. And we have a timeout called by the Dartmouth Bandits. So with 25.6 left to go, the last reset here, we will come right back after the 30-second timeout. Welcome back to this last little bit of the second period here. 25.6 left to go. The game's still tied here at 5. The Bandits looking to crunch here late in the second. As the ball's moved over to Aaliyah Larac. Larac still looking for her hat trick here tonight. Looking back to back. As Gracie Moore with it now, moving it over to Alina Gold, who drops the ball. Gold surveying her options. Gold being pressured there. Gold fires her at save made Taylor Connors. And that should about do it for the second period here. But the Halifax Hurricanes clawing back and tying this game up on several occasions as the Bandits pulled away twice, but eventually And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this Tuesday night ECJLL action in the female division in downtown Dartmouth at the Shearwater Arena here between the Halifax Hurricanes and the hometown Dartmouth Bandits. Officially missed the first two. Both teams going right back and forth here as the Bandits grabbed a couple quick leads, but quickly evaporated after the Halifax Hurricanes responded in kind. The likes of Grace Allison, Josie Fournier tying it up for the Halifax Hurricanes, while Leah Larac and Lexi Joy leading the charge for the Dartmouth Bandits so far here. We'll see who comes out of here with the 2 points after this 20-minute period, as Lauren Delaney will start us off here for the Dartmouth Bandits against, I believe, number 13, Blythe Nagel, as Lauren Delaney will get the better of Blythe Nagel here right now, as Lauren Delaney powering her way towards the middle of the floor as she dishes off to Alina Gold. Gold fires a shot, bouncer stopped there by Taylor Connors, and another save there on Lauren Delaney as Sophie Monders with it now. Monders bringing it up. Here comes Monders. Sophie Monders breaking in. Number 10 fires a rip, beat Faith Heaslip, but it bounces awkwardly towards the corner. Great save there. As number 3, Broombridge with it now, fires up high on Faith Heaslip. No problem there for the Dartmouth Bandits goalkeeper. As it'll be number 2 bringing it up for us now. Looks like another AP for the Dartmouth Bandits. We'll get a number for her shortly here, as that would be Lindsay Jessom. So a new affiliate player we haven't seen this season. Certainly does her job getting the ball up on the defensive side. As Gracie Moore with it now. Moore powering her way towards the front. Here comes Moore behind the back, looking for somebody. Alexis Arsenault trying to quick stick that one towards the net, but doesn't go as the shot clock runs out of real estate for the Bandits. As it'll be the Halifax Hurricanes bringing it up. Number 3 dishing off there. That would be Quinn Groombridge. Bringing it off to Ava Lorette. Lorette has a pick set there by Comer. And Lorette dishing across the floor there. Back over to Olivia Comer. Comer down low there to Grace Allison. Allison across to Alexis Soller. Save made there. As Alexis Soller already has one here tonight against her former side. As she picks the ball right back up, dishing off to Grace Allison. Allison ripping a shot off the ankle of Amara Bowers as she is ruling in pain here. That shot was a ripper from number 9 of the Halifax Hurricanes. Grace Allison dishes an errant pass. That misses the mark of Ava Lorette there. Ava Lorette finding the handle back again. Lorette dishing it across the floor to number 15, Callie Williams. Callie Williams dishing across to Olivia Comer. Comer is pressured. There's the shot clock expires on the Halifax Hurricanes. We will go Dartmouth Bandits ball here. But so far we've seen lots of high-scoring games. This one neck and neck, as we saw last time the Halifax Hurricanes were in town. With only really a 3-goal spread before the Bandits opened up and the Halifax Hurricanes came back. As Gracie Moore fires a bouncer over the top of Taylor Connors. As the Halifax Hurricane goaltender covers the ball, dishing it off to number 13, Blythe Nagle. Nagle bringing it up here right now. Here comes Nagle being pressured there by Gracie Moore. And she doesn't get over the center floor of before the 10-second referee count expires here. As we will go Dartmouth Bandits ball. It'll be Aaliyah Larac starting us off. Larac has one person to beat up top. Has an ISO, but dishes off to Gracie Moore, who has some room. Moore fires a rip. And ball's picked up there by the Halifax Hurricanes. Number 3, Groombridge. As Alina Gold stripped the ball, but couldn't seem to find where it went. As Blythe Nagle dishing the ball up. And the Halifax Hurricanes have somebody beat. It's number 9, Grace Allison with it. Allison fires a bouncer up and out of play. Grace Allison, great effort there, but just can't find it. As it'll be Sadie Beaton bringing it up. Sadie Beaton. As she has a clear lane to bring it over half. Here comes Sadie Beaton. Beaton being pressured there up top by number 11, Jamie Smith. Beaton fires an errant pass over towards the corner. As Lauren Delaney comes out with it. Here comes Lauren Delaney towards the front. Delaney fires! And that one seemed to go up and somewhere. Didn't go out of play, but Lauren Delaney shakes off another defender. Towards the corner, Addie Pooler has it blocked by the stick of number 6 there with Jillian Hope answering the call on defense. But Addie Pooler coming up with it. Pooler over to Alexis Arsenault. Off the goaltender. And Taylor Connors will dish the ball all the way down towards the left of Faith Heaslip to our right up here in the camera booth. As Faith Heaslip with it now, giving it off to Zoe Fisher. Fisher shaking Alexis Soller. And here comes Zoe Fisher. Fisher just settling down the offense. She dishes off to Aaliyah Larac. Great shovel pass. Here comes Aaliyah Larac. She looks to drive to the net. And here she goes. Aaliyah Larac fires a rip down low. And Taylor Connor still denying the 3rd goal for number 14 in blue. As Blythe Nagle will pick it up here. Nagle across there to number 20. So that was number 27, Olivia Comer. Comer driven into the wall by Molly DeBay as they get tangled up there in the corner. Tension's boiling over here between these two sides. As a save there by Faith Heaslip gets lost in her gear on the shot from Ava Lorette. As Faith Heaslip picks it up, looking for an option here as the Halifax Hurricanes pressing the goaltending pass. As Aaliyah Larac just pass the ball right back down towards the Halifax Hurricanes end. But they will recover. As here's Ava Lorette. Lorette firing the ball, but blocked by a Dartmouth Bandits defender. This ball's moved up to number 3, Groombridge. Groombridge over across to number 6 there. For the Halifax Hurricanes, Jillian Hope. Hope being pressured on all fronts, moving it up to Groombridge, who fires a rip over the top and off the dasher as the shot clock expires there. And we will go Dartmouth Bandits ball. We Molly to Bay. And again, the Halifax Hurricanes doubling up the ball. And it seemed to have worked here. But great play there by Olivia Saunders. Saunders finding her teammate coming off the bench, Lauren Delaney. Delaney pressured there by 3 Halifax Hurricanes. She's pressured by Sophie Monders. Monders giving some chase here, but Lauren Delaney powers through. Here comes Lauren Delaney. She swim moves, but Sophie Monders still pressuring the Bandits. Monders dishes it up and finds Blythe Nagel. Nagel has a step here. Here comes Blythe Nagel. Save made, Faith Heaslett. As Rory McInnes will give chase. And Alexis Arsenault and Lexi Joy and Grace Allison getting into it behind the play. As here comes a shot from Alexis Soller, doesn't go on her former goalkeeper. Blythe Nagel with it now. Nagel dishing it over to Alexis Soller. Soller, another rip off the post. Was Alexis Soller that close to having her second against her former side. As the ball's passed up here to Blythe Nagel. Now up to Grace Allison, who drops the ball but recovers. She's pressured there by Lexi Joy. Grace Allison across the floor looking for Olivia Comer, but here comes Lexi Joy. Lexi just electing to stay on the half wall and wait for her teammates to come up. She dishes off and heads off for a change. But that pass missed by number 14 there. Ball stripped. Ava Lorette has a step here. Here comes Ava Lorette. But she is pressured there by Lexi Joy. Ava Lorette in, fires. And the ball seemed to have gone in. And Ava Lorette gives the Halifax Hurricanes the lead here. So we'll take a quick peek at this one here. As Lexi Joy has her wrapped up, giving her all she can handle. Ava Lorette powering her way in there. Seemed to have stepped on the line, but nonetheless, the ball traveled into the net beforehand. Just like that, it's a good goal. As Lauren Delaney will start us off here against number 13, Blythe Nagel. As Lauren Delaney picks up the ball. Delaney has a step. Crease dive. And the ball seemed to have gone missing there in the gear of Taylor Connors. We are left wondering if that may have gone in the net. Nonetheless, the referee right there to make the call. As the 10-second expires, we go Dartmouth Bandits ball. As Aaliyah Larac will bring it in here. Aaliyah Larac stepping in. Here comes Larac, dishing it across to Gracie Moore. Moore there, has a step, dishing it off to Addie Pooler. Pooler up to number 44 in blue. Over to Molly Singer. Singer fires a rip down low off the leg guard of Taylor Connors. Great save from the Eastern Shore Breakers former goalkeeper. As the ball's dished off to Grace Allison. She has a step. Here comes Allison in, fires, save made, Faith Heaslett. As Rosie Fournier looking to dish that one up front, but blocked there by Olivia Saunders. As Rosie Fournier looking for somebody out front. And some tensions blowing over here between number 2 affiliate player for the Dartmouth Bandits there would be Lindsay Jessam and the Halifax Hurricanes player. As Alexis Arsenault with it now. Arsenault dishing it over to Lauren Delaney. Lauren Delaney has an ISO here. Lauren Delaney burns her defender. Great coverage there by the Halifax Hurricanes. As the ball's dished over to Gracie Moore. Moore has to shoot before this and fires on that. Easy save there for Taylor Connors. As 10:50 left to go in the third here. As Addie Pooler fires a rip. Blocked there by Blythe Nagel. On a Pooler being pressured there by all 3 Halifax Hurricanes defenders, but she comes out with it. Dishing over to Molly Singer. But Ava Lorette will pick it up. As Ava Lorette starts up here, it'll be Aaliyah Larac giving her pressure. Ava Lorette escapes danger. It's Alexis Arsenault now on her. Ava Lorette with it now. Lorette has Grace Allison to her right, dishes off to her just like that. Grace Allison up at the top, fires to a screen. And we have a moving screen called to the Halifax Hurricanes. As we will go Dartmouth Bandits ball. Leah Larac with it now. Larac dishing it over to Lauren Delaney. And Delaney, Grace Allison heads off for a change here. Delaney is stripped there as number 8 for the Halifax Hurricanes will bring it up there, the mysterious player. And Alina Gold will give chase to number 13, Blythe Nagel. Nagel comes out with it. Nagel down low there looking for Josie Fournier, who already has one down towards the crease. Fournier across looking for number 16, Gemma Rayfuse, doesn't go. Rayfuse hitting Lauren Delaney without the ball. As Josie Fournier fires a shot and hit there, save made by Faith Heaslip. So new rule in the rule book this year, as long as you're within 3 feet of the ball, you're allowed to hit for the loose ball. So equal pressure applies there. As long as it's not an outrageous hit and both players are going for it, you're allowed to bump and grind on a loose ball. Hence why they didn't call a moving screen or a loose ball push on that last play there. And we will take a quick media break here with 9:21 left to go in the third here. The Halifax Hurricanes have a step on the Bandits, looking to close this out and win the season series. Welcome back here to this ECJLL female matchup at the Shearwater Arena between the Dartmouth Bandits and the visiting Halifax Hurricanes, as the Hurricanes still have a 6-5 lead on the Bandits, as we have 9:06 left to go in the third to see if the Bandits can keep this streak going here, winning their first game a few days ago against the St. John Rapids. A very shutout victory by the Bandits defense and offense, putting up 8 on the Rapids to their 1. As Gracie Moore dishing towards the front, Alexis Arsenault fires a bouncer. A jump shot doesn't go, but nonetheless a very neat shot from number 11 on the Bandits as she falls down on the Shearwater floors. As Blythe Nagel with it now, bringing it up for the Hurricanes. The Bandits pressing the ball here. As here comes Grace Allison, face dodge. Grace Allison's in. Allison fires, scores! Grace Allison snipes one. And just like that, the Halifax Hurricanes go up by 2. As Grace Allison just putting in the effort. She shakes her first defender there as Olivia Saunders goes the opposite way. And Lexi Joy gives her all she can handle, but beats Faith Heaslip over the left-hand shoulder. A beautiful shot. Nothing the Dartmouth Bandits goalkeeper can do there. As we will check to see how many goals Grace Allison has tonight. I believe that would make it a hat-trick for number 9 in white. But here comes number 26, Lauren Delaney, on a 2-on-1 here. Lauren Delaney, and Delaney fires and just missing the mark. That may have hit the post. So close. And a hit there from number 6, Natalie Black. And number 13, Blythe Nagel down and in some discomfort. As we will take a quick break here to see if she is all right. We pray she is up and moving soon here. welcome back here to this ECJLL matchup between the Dartmouth Bandits and Halifax Hurricanes. We just had a quick stoppage for an injured player. She seems to be up and moving there, number 13, Blythe Najo, which is good to see. As Ali Larac coming in now. Ali Larac powers her way to the front, dishing it off to Lauren Delaney, firing at a sharp angle. Doesn't go, and the ball will go right back over. Back overcharged to the Dartmouth Bandits. But with 7:59 left to go in the third, the Dartmouth Bandits still down by 2. As this game has been back and forth between these two squads, unlike the last game where the Dartmouth Bandits led for better parts of the game, but gave up a 6-goal drought to the Halifax Hurricanes to seal the deal here at the Shearwater Arena. As the ball bounced around but picked up by Ava Lorette. Lorette pressured there and stripped by Lexi Joy. Lexi Joy powering her way up. Lexi Joy has a step. Here comes Lexi Joy in, looking for her second, just missing. As Ali Larac fires her in and scores! And just like that, number 14 on the doorstep, puts it away for the hat trick. As Lexi Joy powering her way down the floor, and Ali Larac left unchecked behind the play here as she misses the cage but bounces right back out, and better be in the right spots at the right time as she dishes one right under the leg guard of Taylor Connors, and some glee, excitement from the Dartmouth Bandits as they are within 1 now with 7:29 left to go in the third. The score is 7-6 or 6-7. That was a terrible joke, but we will go Dartmouth Bandits ball here. As number 26, Lauren Delaney, will start us off. Delaney fighting her way towards the front, losing the ball, and some great Halifax Hurricanes defending here. As number 3, Groombridge will just fire the ball down the floor. Good effort to get the ball out. As Addie Pooler pick it up, being pressured there by number 6. As she spins off her defender. Number 6 giving her all she can handle. Great pass there up to Lauren Delaney. As Addie Pooler dishing a dart up to Lauren Delaney, and it'll be number 6 giving chase there, but dropped the ball. There was the Bandits, and it'll come back with Taylor Connors. Connors throwing it down the floor, and some goaltender passing here coming between Faith Heaslip and Faith Heaslip dishes one up to Josie Fournier, who's stoned, so she recovers. But nonetheless, very dangerous. As a shot there from Alexis Soller, stopped by Faith Heaslip. So some very uncharacteristic passing from the Bandits goaltender here is Alexis Soller, and Alexis Soller is dumped in the corner as Olivia Calmer dishes one towards the front. Doesn't go. As Josie Fournier takes a step around, and we have a crease call as Ali Larac will start us off here. So some hits, some grinds, and some close calls here coming in this third period with 5:58 left to go. Still 7-6 for the Halifax Hurricanes. As Ali Larac with it dishing down towards, looking for number 6 for the Bandits there. Natalie Black is on the doorstep. But ball moves up to Alexis Arsenault. Arsenault in, trying to face dodge, doesn't go. Picked up by Alina Gold. Gold fires, and a great save by Taylor Connors. The Bandits pressing here, looking for the equalizer. As Alexis Arsenault dishes down to Gracie Moore. Moore looking for Aaliyah Larac, cutting through the middle, doesn't go. As Aaliyah Larac has been covered all night by the Halifax Hurricanes defense. A great one-handed grab there from number 44. Dishing over to Natalie Black. Doesn't go, and the affiliate trying to rein it in here as the ball still bounces around. And good hit there by Gracie Moore. And Alexis Arsenault dishes towards the front of the net. Here's Aaliyah Larac. Last, and a reset there as we play on. And there was a reset called there by the officials. Great call as Aaliyah Larac. And a save made by Taylor Connors again there. So some quick plays here. Hard to keep up between these two squads as they have been back and forth. But here comes Aaliyah Larac. Larac dishing it over to Alina Gold. Gold over to Lauren Delaney. As the Bandits have an extended offensive set here. As the ball's dropped there. But great play by Alina Gold to keep it in. Aaliyah Larac with it now. Larac being pressured up the top. Aaliyah Larac, which now face dodges. Larac dishing across, fires, save on Addie Pooler. Pooler's pushed off the ball. And Pooler comes out with the ball here. Great effort there as Pooler fires a rip down low. Save made, Taylor Connors. So the Halifax Hurricanes escape the onslaught unscathed. As Blythe Nagel will bring it up here. Blythe Nagel dishing it off to Grace Allison. Grace Allison already with a hat trick here tonight, looking for a fourth. Allison dishing it off across, looking for Alexis Soller, doesn't go. So that was Olivia Comer. Dishing it off to Grace Allison here. Allison being pressured there by Lauren Sadie Beaton. Allison fires down low. Save made, Faith Heaslip. As Lexi Joy running her offender into the wall there as Olivia Comer dishes an underhand. And it will go right back over as Rory McInnes gives chase here. Rory McInnes chasing it down, but a back over call coming to the Halifax Hurricanes. As the Dartmouth Bandits will start up in the corner here. Gracie Moore, number 44, wearing for the blue, for the ladies in blue. As Gracie Moore drops the ball there but recovers. Gracie Moore being pressured there by Groombridge. Gracie Moore still with it, trying to get to our strong side. And Moore dishing it up to Alexis Arsenault. Arsenault down to Gracie Moore, but lots of drop passes here on the offensive set. Gracie Moore recovers though. Moore being pressured there. Moore fires a rip down low, just missing the mark there as she was pressured by Aaliyah Cormier. Here comes Addie Pooler. Pooler just ran out of real estate trying to dodge towards the net. So Blythe Angel with it now. Still 2:45 left to go in the third. Still a 1-goal lead for the Halifax Hurricanes as they will look to kill off the rest of this game and come out of here with 2 points. Ball's dished over towards, that was Gemma Rayfuse, just missing the pass there, but picked up by Olivia Palmer. Palmer across to Josie Fournier, fires a rip, great block by the defender there for the Dartmouth Bandits. That was number 66, Molly DeBay, blocking that. Lexi Joy with it now. And they will quickly call a timeout, see if they can drop a play to tie this game up. 2:20 left to go in the third. Still, the Dartmouth Bandits trying to claw back here and see if they can tie this game right up at 7. As Aliyah Larac will start us off here. Larac has lots of room up top. Larac trying to fight her way through. Fires a bouncer. Twister doesn't go. Great effort there by number 14 in blue. As the Dartmouth Bandits will double press the ball here, trying to get it back. As the Halifax Hurricanes will toss it down towards the Dartmouth Bandits corner. As Lexi Joy pick it up. Lexi Joy bringing it up, has some wheels as we've seen today. Lexi Joy coming up with it, the assistant captain. He has someone here. Lexi Joy, 17 to go left on the shot clock, surveying her options. She will head off for a change. Gracie Moore down low, looking for Natalie Black on the short side. Bouncer doesn't go, doesn't hit anything on the way up either. So we go Halifax Hurricanes ball as Laura Delaney pressures. And Blythe Nagel safely passes up to Olivia Comer. Comer over to Grace Allison. Allison down towards Josie Fournier, but tipped up and out of play. As Olivia Saunders with it now. Saunders bringing it up. Here comes Olivia Saunders. As a minute 10 left to go here. As Adipur with it, now off to Lacrosse. Lacrosse being pressed on all fronts. Lacrosse across, and she throws it out of play. Yeah, here come the Halifax Hurricanes. Hurricanes fishing it off. Almost picked off there by the Bandits. Ball's stripped, still being fought for. As the Halifax Hurricanes come up with it, be able to Lorette with it now. Lorette over to Groombridge. Groombridge can't find the handle. Lexi Joy will start us off. Lexi Joy pushing it up to Lauren Delaney, who has her stick checked there by Olivia Comer. Great defensive effort there. 16 will bring it up. Ray Foose over to Ava Lorette. There's 25 seconds left to go here in the third. The Bandits have to press. As Amara Bowers pressuring. Another back over call coming to the Halifax Hurricanes, and here comes Amara Bowers. Amara Bowers has to go. Last set of the game here. Amara Bowers across to Gracie Moore. Bandits go 6-on-5, but the ball's dropped. And the Halifax Hurricanes will seal the deal here. As number 6 will just run out the clock, and the Halifax Hurricanes take this thriller with a score of 7-6. As the Bandits gave them all they could handle, but the Halifax Hurricanes responding in kind each time and grabbing a lead late on a couple goals to make it 7-5. The Bandits scored one late, a shot from Leah Larac, but it wasn't enough. Taylor Connors will take the win. As we'll be back here later on Friday for the men's matchup. Forget that one. We'll be back later after that. But we thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you have a great night. Wait, so off Friday? Give me a